because viewers, there's been a very significant development. Here in the Union capital, a Delhi court has directed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to appear on February 17 and explain why he has skipped 5 summons from the Enforcement Directorate, which is investigating alleged money laundering linked to the liquor excise policy. Now, viewers, this is alleged to be a scam case in the national capital. Mr. Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party has said it is studying the court order and it will take action as per law. Party sources have told various media organizations, and of course, some of the spokespersons of the AAP have even come out and said, we will tell the court how the summons are illegal. The Central Probe Agency last week filed a fresh complaint against Mr. Kejriwal over his non-compliance. It said he, as a public servant, could not ignore the orders of a government agency. Viewers, the Aam Aadmi Party boss snubbed the Enforcement Directorate's 5th call on February 2. However, viewers, there is a reason why there is a lens on Mr. Kejriwal. The Enforcement Directorate wants to question him. The first is because ED claims video call between the Chief Minister and an accused in this alleged scam called Sameer Mahindru. Another reason is that another accused, Dinesh Arora, claimed that he met Arvind Kejriwal, and which seemed to suggest that Mr. Kejriwal knew about certain policy decisions that were taken which cost the exchequer. The ED has claimed the accused Vijay Nair was acting at the Chief Minister's behest and interceding and promising all sorts of favors. The Deputy Chief Minister, Sisodia, his ex-PA claimed the policy report was submitted at the Chief Minister's home, so there's no way that he would not have realized that there were tweaks made to favor certain individuals, bidders, for example, in the policy. The ED claims that the YRCP MP, MS Reddy, says that Mr. Kejriwal welcomed him into the Delhi liquor trade. There are many reasons the ED has cited. Believes that the proceeds of crime went to AAP and the party could itself be made an accused. The AAP has accused the ED of acting in a vengeful manner at the behest of its political masters, the implication being the NDA government. But the ED has repeatedly pointed out that the summons aren't illegal, as it has been empowered by the highest court in the land to issue summons, carry out arrests, search premises of suspects and seize what it deems are the proceeds of crime. Indeed, viewers, the Supreme Court did come out and upheld the ED's powers for arrests, summons, searches, seizures, stringent bail conditions and reversal of burden of proof. It upheld constitutional validity of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The SC clarified that supplying an enforcement case information report is not even mandatory to the accused or to somebody who is being questioned, which is something that Arvind Kejriwal says is a matter of right for him to have. The Supreme Court has upheld the ED's power to provisionally attach proceedings of crime, highlighting safeguards. There are other parts of the Enforcement Directorate code, viewers, that has also been upheld. For example, Section 24, putting the onus on the accused to proceed to prove the proceeds of crime are untainted. So viewers, let's open this up, because obviously the debate is raging. The BJP on one side, through its spokespeople, is attacking Mr. Kejriwal, saying that, look, you should have submitted yourself. Now the court is not giving you relief. On the other side, of course, viewers, the Aam Aadmi Party says that this is all now an orchestrated witch hunt, and this is not even an issue to contend with, because it's not as if the court has said, Mr. Kejriwal, go and produce yourself before the Enforcement Directorate. It is in fact only seeking responses from Mr. Kejriwal as to why he feels he should not submit himself to the jurisdiction of the Enforcement Directorate. So let's open this up very quickly. I want to first begin with Aam Aadmi Party sympathizer. He's here with us. And I want to ask Mr. Joshi, would you not see this as a setback now? And shouldn't Mr. Kejriwal just submit himself for questioning? If he believes that his case is strong, I'm sure he'll be able to prove it. I can't hear you. I think you're on mute, sir.
Good evening to you and all my fellow panelists.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
When it comes to Mr. Kejriwal, I think he is well within his rights to demand from the Enforcement Directorate in what capacity he is being summoned. That is what he has been asking repeatedly. That for what kind of questions do I need to prepare? So I don't think it's asking too much that whether he is asked in the capacity of a party president or a party convener or as a chief minister or as a witness. In what capacity the Enforcement Directorate wants him.
No, but the Supreme
So
Court, sir, has clarified that supplying
agree.
an enforcement
Yeah,
case
yeah.
information
Yes.
report is not mandatory. In that, of course, you
I
would know the reasons. So, if it's
look,
not
look.
mandatory, let's go by the law of the land. Mr. Kejriwal
Right.
says that he believes in the Constitution. The
Well,
Constitution has been upheld or interpreted by the Supreme Court to mean that the ED has all right to summon
Rahulji,
someone without
I,
providing the case information report.
I did listen to the introductory remarks of yours before we begin this program. Now, Mr. Kejriwal knows very, very well that right now it is a political witch hunt which has been unleashed through the tools of, opposition demolition, as I call them, ED and CBI. And that is why he's replying politically to this particular witch hunt. Because it is an election year, we are all in an year which is going to be
No, but you didn't answer my
seeing.
question, Mr. Joshi. You said
Sorry.
that Mr.
No,
Kejriwal
I'm not
wants
a
to
lawyer.
know.
So, Rahulji, I'm
No,
not
so
a lawyer.
that's why we are speaking
Right.
in a
So
in a
I,
moral in a
I'm here.
moral no in a moral
Right.
verse. We are not speaking in a legal verse at all. I'm
So
speaking in the
let us
and I'm also
let us
wanting
not.
to ask you, Mr. Soni. It's funny that the AAP has championed the ED when it has gone after the TMC and when it's gone after the Congress in Punjab. So clearly, at that time, the ED becomes a very credible organization for the Aam Aadmi Party.
Never. I don't think so that the Aam Aadmi Party has ever said that the ED is a credible organization and ED
Sir, I can
has
show
got
you
laurels in his
if you
name.
want. If you're
They
really
can,
pushing me,
they can
then I can
just
show you. I can show you the newspaper headlines quoting the Aam Aadmi Party.
Rahulji, what I'm saying that they may have remarked upon certain cases in particular, but that does not,
No, what
bring
do you
their
mean?
opinion over the
That
whole
it's
organization.
okay
So
when
what
it
do you
is
mean?
when the shoe is
That
on the
that's
other
what I
foot.
mean. Am I not being clear in my words? I'm just speaking what I mean.
Acha.
Okay, so and that is precisely what I mean. So all I'm saying that it
Okay.
is a political witch hunt according to the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Kejriwal, and he is giving a political reply. He is taking a stance. He is taking a non-cooperative stance for sure by not going to
Non-cooperative,
fight us.
Gandhian.
Oh yes, of course. That is what I
Gandhian
presume it to
stance.
be.
Okay, viewers, the
That is
constitution
what
can
I presume it to be.
go to, whatever,
Well, the
and we will be
constitution is
Gandhian. Okay, let me
when the
bring in Shazia Ilmi.
constitution
What are you
when the
doing, Shazia
constitution is
Ilmi? You are
overruled in the
unleashing the
manners of
Enforcement
society,
Directorate. You are
then
unleashing the
non-cooperative
Enforcement Directorate. You have armed it. You have given it these massive blood-drawing fangs, and they are sinking their teeth into the throats of the opposition. You've throttled the opposition. You have reduced them. You've emasculated them, really. This is not right. You're murdering the Constitution. Please respond to this charge.
So, Rahul, first of all, I would like to say that whatever the preceding spokesperson spoke about and the points that he mentioned, I would like to I would like to give a rebuttal to each one of them. He said that in what capacity is Arvind Kejriwal being summoned? Now, the ED is not mandated to give the reasons, and whether he goes as a convener of AAP or as a chief minister or as a regular citizen of the country does not matter, and ED does not have to specify that. The fact of the matter is that there were 5 summons and he has made excuses. First of all, it was Madhya Pradesh elections, then it was Vipassana, third and fourth summons, some other excuse was given, and now ED literally had to go to court. Now the words that I will read out to you as to what the court has said are coming from a court, not from ED, not from CBI or supposedly the political master, the BJP or any party. I cannot speak for the ED. I cannot speak for the CBI. I can speak for my party. Now, there is a solid case in place because of which Manish Sisodia has been in jail for the longest period. Whether it is a Sessions Court or the High Court or even the Supreme Court, the highest court, he has been denied bail. Clearly, that means something. Not just that, their other colleague Sanjay Singh has also been found there is enough material and evidence on him to implicate him and to put him behind bars so that he does not influence the case any further. Now, because of all the reasons that you mentioned at the beginning of the program, whether it's about Vijay Nair or the phone call,
no,
or the
Shazia Elmi, you see, the next question, the next question will be, how is it that the ED only lands up at the door of the opposition?
On whose watch?
No, the following question has to be also answered.
That is another question, and which is something that we asked, I've been asked this 1,000 times.
Yeah, so can you answer?
It does not take us away from the merits or demerits of the case. It does not take us away. The fact of the matter is, there was, whether it's Jalbot scam or excise policy, we are talking about that scam. The fact of the matter is that this is there.
Let me bring in Dr. Ranganathan. Dr. Ranganathan, how is a member of the public tonight supposed to look upon this? Is he supposed to say, oh bechara Kejriwal, ab sab court mein bhi setting ho gayi hai, God knows what, you know? What is he supposed to respond? How is he going to make sense of what is happening?
No, Rahul, first of all, let me congratulate you, or in fact commiserate with my good friend Joshi ji, because he was all prepared with his argument saying that, look, Kejriwal has not even been given the reasons why he has been summoned, not once but twice but 5 times. You, through your primer, and dare I say what I said 3 days ago, blunting Tehseen's often quoted argument that ED has become more draconian. The fact of the matter is that ED is working under the specific approval of all its directions by the Supreme Court. And as you rightly said, each and every summons that ED has made is under the approval of the directions that ED gives by the Supreme Court. So the fact of the matter is, yes, it is not the same Aam Aadmi Party that arrested an MLA, Congress MLA, 3 months ago in a case that the Supreme Court had itself squashed, and the Congress MLA was arrested based on investigations carried out by the same ED. And then what did the AAP say? Let the law take its own course. We believe the AD. And here, it is not willing to make the law take its own course. Be that as it may, very briefly, just a minute. Let me give you the facts and the facts alone. And this is from the Supreme Court order. Quote, number 1. The excess amount of 7% commission earned by the wholesale distributors of 338 crores constitute an offence as defined under Section 7 of the POC Act. These are proceeds of crime. The figure cannot be disputed or challenged. The new excise policy was meant to give windfall gains to select few wholesale distributors who in turn had agreed to give kickbacks and bribes. Number 2, VAT and excise duty were payable separately. However, under the new policy, the VAT was reduced to a mere 1%. 3, Manish Sisodia was unable to provide any rational explanation for increasing the commission 5 to 12%. These are valid reasons. And if the ED wants to summon Mr. Kejriwal, I don't see any reason why an Aam Aadmi, Kejriwal, I hope he still believes he's an Aam Aadmi. Mr. Joshi can clarify. I don't believe why should there be any reason why an Aam Aadmi should not at least go and tell and clarify what his position is.
Especially when it is not a banana republic. Especially when it's not a banana republic. Viewers, you will remember that. I'm going now across to Kamru Chaudhary. Kamru Chaudhary Sahab, look, some of your own Delhi leaders, like Mr. Markan and others, have said it's about time that Kejriwal answers for this liquor scam, alleged liquor scam. I'm sure, as someone who wants the Congress to come back to power, you will support today what the ED is doing.
Now, first and foremost, if there has been a summon from the ED, Arvind Kejriwal must have complied with that without the court's intervention today. I hope that justice will prevail in the entire case. But having said that, the cases against Hemant Soren, cases against Arvind Kejriwal, or cases against a lot of opposition leaders, these are all, a general perception is there across the country. These are all vindictive cases. Because in the liquor policy scam also, I failed to find what is the scam all about, because there has not been a single rupee recovered from anywhere.
Please,
where is the national loss? Can I, Rahul, ask you one simple question through you to the
So
BJP?
the matter, as you have said, pointed out earlier also, when it is sub judice, we should not go into these matters. So I don't know. Let us apply a even yardstick in different halves of the debate. So either we go into the merits of the case, or we
That's
don't.
already in the public domain. Let me ask one question through you to the BJP spokesperson out here. The CAG has come out with a 3,600 crore corruption case in the Bharat Mala project. When is the ED, CBI and other agencies going to investigate that?
Respond, Shazia Ilmi. Bharatmala case,
Yes, so
thousands of crores. Ajit
No, I
Pawar,
would-
70,000
so-
crores, irrigation scam.
exactly.
I didn't say
exactly.
it. The Prime Minister said it.
So yes. So this is every time you find stashes and mountains of
Yeah.
cash piled up somewhere, this is what we get. The fact of the matter is, if any of them believe that the ED or CBI is working, is slackening or cutting a lot of slack where opposition leaders are concerned, they can go to court. I am not a spokesperson for ED and CBI.
But that doesn't explain the one-sidedness. Fine, they'll go to court. They may not. It might be that they're all correct. No, I'm just saying there is a look. The statistics is what I go by. Hard facts, and the facts are not adding up.
No, why? Why do you want to?
No, why do I want
Do you
to?
know,
Because
Rahul,
that's the
all
name
of
of the
them went to
show,
court
and
together
I
and
want
this
to
was
bring the
dismissed.
viewers closer to
No,
the
I will
truth,
talk
even if
about-
it is an inconvenient
Rahul,
one for
can I come
certain
in?
players.
Rahul,
Very quickly,
Rahul,
to
what I
10
was
seconds.
saying-
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not very quickly, because I think it's important that we say this, that the
running out of
court
time.
has said that the prima facie offence under section 174
No, I'm not going
of
into
Indian
this.
Penal
I
Code
don't
is
want
laid
to
out
see
there,
viewers.
and that
Viewers,
Arvind Kejriwal
this channel, this anchor, and this show has always maintained that there is a bias against the opposition when it comes to prosecuting. There are hardly any cases opened against the BJP, and the Prime Minister talked about the washing machine and he tried to defend it. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, 10 seconds and I need to take a quick break.
Yes, with your permission, can I ask a very small question to my dear friend Shazia?
No, that will now necessitate a long answer, maybe even circuitous, but I'll leave it at this. Look, viewers, we know where things stand. You are a very intelligent bunch of people who watch television, and you know exactly where things cut. I'm not saying that the ED doesn't have a strong case against these opposition leaders, but it will help if there was a little more balance in the way ED proceeded.